Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexForNoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Thursday, the 18th of March 2021. Time is 10 a.m. here in the UK. You're looking at a AUDCAD daily chart. Today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action setups across all the pairs listed to the right here. So let's dive right into it, guys. First things first, I want to discuss AUDCAD real quick. There was a trade posted to the forum about AUDCAD, and I responded saying that in my eyes it's not a valid setup. So I just wanted to break down why I think that, because the person who posted it asked me to. Why isn't this staying up front? There we go. Yeah, so basically we have a resistance area in the way of the AUDCAD setup. I know I shared this as a potential setup yesterday, but what I was hoping for was a very small indecision candle sitting on top of resistance. So let's imagine yesterday's candle, instead of closing and looking like this, it closed and looked more like that. Then we could potentially enter long here, stop loss there, target at the resistance area, something like that. But it didn't close like that. The candle closed, as you can see there. So the stop loss goes here, the entry goes here, and you got this resistance area that's sitting right in the way of the trade. Therefore, it's an invalid trade. Beyond that, not only do you have the resistance area there, you also just have, because of the size of the indecision candle, you have just a massive amount of distance to cover just to hit your 2-hour target, with a lot of potential for price to slow down on the way to your target, which we could just see through here. It's a pretty messy area. Sure, last time it came down, it did get down pretty fast through this area, but the time before that, it took a long time to get through this area. The time before that, it took a long time to get through this area. So there's potential that you'd be in this trade for like 2 weeks just to hit your target, and you're contending with a major resistance area. Right, so now that we've covered that, and also remove that from the list because it's no longer a valid setup, so I won't be trading it. Let's look at the open setups. USDJPY, just hold on to it still if you're in it. And USDCAD got a nice little push in our direction on this one. This one was shared yesterday. So for all people who are not members of Forex Mastermind, you will not have seen this trade because it was shared in the members only analysis. I realize all the people here live right now are members only, but this message is more for people who are watching this as a recording on YouTube and not for you who are members. Of course, you who are members would have seen this trade on the forum and in the analysis. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say about it. Just hold on to it. It's looking pretty decent. Yeah, it did pull back a little bit, but that happens, guys. You can't just expect trades to run in your direction only. Sometimes they are going to pull back. This one pretty much hit its 1.5-hour target, so this would be a good point to start adjusting that stop loss down. I would suggest halving your stop loss to reduce risk on this trade. David, kind of, yeah, but I mean, an indecision candle was just, oh, sorry, possible reversal candle. For some reason, I was thinking you were asking if it's an indecision candle. No, I don't really look at candles in terms of reversal or whatever. I look at candles as indecision. Do they indicate indecision? If a candle closes like this, it would definitely indicate indecision. But without it closing on a support area, I don't really think that indecision's going to mean much. So I would stay in the trade. It's still clearly, at this point, in a bearish trend. So even if we get a bit of indecision, I would stay in the trade. I don't really look at candles, like I said, as reversal candles, because there's no such thing as a reversal candle, in my opinion. There's just indecision. And if indecision forms on support or resistance, and then the candle after it starts moving in the opposite direction, it's a pretty good indication that a reversal might be happening. But it doesn't make the indecision candle itself a reversal candle, because indecision can form anywhere, and most times it doesn't mean that there's a reversal happening. Anyway, gonna stay in this one even if it closes like this. I don't think there's any reason to abandon a trade just because you get some indecision in the middle of it, especially if it's in some floating profit for you. So yeah, USDJPY, USDCAD still hold, in my opinion. AUDJPY, we're having a nice breakup above this green line. Looks like it might start making a run up. I'm looking to get into this trade possibly tonight. We'll see how that goes. CADCHF, yeah, once again, guys, this one is finally moving. So we could look to get in this one. I'm not that confident about this one, to be honest. So I'll let you guys know via the forum if I decide to enter, but it's probably going to be a no. Euro AUD making a nice move down, so this one could trigger today or tomorrow or next week. It's worth keeping an eye on. New Zealand JPY making its move up finally, so this one could trigger just like Euro AUD today, tomorrow, next week. Keeping an eye on this one too. Let's look for some new setups, see if there's anything new forming. AUDCHF technically. Yeah, it's getting close. I guess we could call this one a potential. I don't really like this pair that much, but we'll keep an eye on it regardless, see what happens. AUD New Zealand's making a move up. I was expecting it to continue to move down from this resistance area, but it's completely spun around. AUD USD is in a bit of an interesting position right now. It looks like it might be forming and I don't really trade head and shoulders patterns, but just pointing it out, it looks like it could be forming a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. I mean, I shouldn't say I don't trade them. It's just something that I don't trade that much, but I am willing to jump into a trade that has formed a head and shoulders if there's other supporting factors, like if there's other things supporting the head and shoulders, then I will, you know, give it a shot. But it's not something that's that I break down in the course, because yeah, it's not something that I often really look for. Just a bit of a bonus if you think about it. That way it kind of makes sense. The head and shoulders forming is a bit of a bonus. But anyway, forget about the head and shoulders right now, because that's not even complete. So it's not what we're looking at. I'll stop rambling about that, and what I'm looking at right now is a potential reversal forming here on AUD USD. If the reversal forms and hits its target, which would be the short reversal, then it would end up being a head and shoulders, and then we could look at the head and shoulders. But for now, let's just look at this as a potential reversal. Let's see how today's candle closes, and we might be looking for a short reversal there tomorrow or possibly Monday. Can't remember if anyone was in GBP JPY, but if you're still in, congratulations, you've hit target. yeah, that's it, guys. Nothing much else new. It's just the ones that we've identified earlier this week have been developing. Some trades that triggered. This week has not been a bad week. It's not been a great week. Just been a bit of a slow week, really. But there has been some trades. USD CAD is moving well. USDJPY is moving well. And GBP-JPY should have closed out if you were in that one. But I don't think many of you were in that one. Some other good winners closed at the start of the week, like the CAD-CHF, and I think it was CAD-JPY trades. But they were, of course, taken last week and only closed out this week. Yeah, guys, is there any other questions, or shall we make this the quickest analysis of the week and wrap it up? Actually, I do have a quick thing while you guys ask questions, if there are any. Now, I know we talked about cryptos extensively yesterday, and members don't really need to hear it all again. But keep in mind, Forex Mastermind members, that yesterday's webinar was for members only. So I'm going to repeat just a little bit, just a smidge of what we talked about yesterday for the non-members in regards to cryptos. So crypto analysis, will we be adding it? I put up a poll on Tuesday's analysis asking what the interest was on crypto analysis, and the poll ended up being, damn it, I can't remember what the poll website was. There was something like 84, 85, 86% of people saying yes to analysis, and I think there was 6% saying no and 7% saying they don't care. The poll's possibly changed since then, but there was like, I think almost 200 responses last I looked. So I think it's pretty settled that people want crypto analysis. Now the question becomes, do I add it to the end of the Forex analysis? And after much deliberation, I've decided that that's probably not the best move. I don't really want to mix Forex with cryptos because they're two very different things. First of all, cryptos isn't really what I would call trading. It's more like short-term investments, or just kind of like flipping. It's not leveraged. You're not doing it through a broker. You're just buying cryptos through an exchange and selling them. They're usually held for longer term. So it's very different kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is just have a separate YouTube channel for that. I think it's going to take us like 1 or 2 weeks to get the channel up and running. Maybe a bit longer, maybe a little bit less. So we're going to have a separate YouTube channel. I'll give you guys a link when it's up and running. And yeah, then we can just keep it completely separate. People who hate cryptos, want nothing to do with them, can stick to this channel. People who are interested can check out the other channel, and it will just be a separate thing. So hopefully that sounds okay. And yeah. Doesn't look like there's any other questions, so I think we can wrap this one up. I'll give you guys like another minute or two in case there are questions. Martin, that's a good question. I'm not really sure if we'll have cryptos on the forum. It's another tough one. I'm not too sure about that. Again, I want to keep it separate. We do have that website, Cryptos for Noobs. There might be a possibility of putting some sort of discussion forum up there or something like that. It's a good point. I haven't really thought about it, but I don't think we'll have it as part of the forum. Could have maybe like just a kind of a Facebook group or some sort of group or something like that. I don't really like Facebook. In fact, I hate Facebook. So probably not a Facebook group, but I'm sure we can figure something out. I'm not sure if I want it part of the forum. And also you got to keep in mind that the forum is for members only. And the stuff I want to do with cryptos right now anyway, I don't really have plans to charge anything for it because I don't really want the headache of setting up a whole kind of payment system and all that stuff. Can't be bothered. And when you charge for something, then you have to be very consistent. And if I don't charge for it, then I do not have to be consistent. And I'm not sure how consistent I can be with the crypto stuff. Anyway, look, point is, guys, I can't stick it on the Forex for Noobs forum because that's for members only. So it would have to be something a bit more public that everyone can access, because I don't want to charge for crypto stuff. Not right now, anyway. That could change in future, but there's no plans for that right now. The reason I'm saying not right now is because I don't want to box myself in, right? Like, let's just say the YouTube channel all of a sudden blows up and gets like 100K subscribers or something. I don't want to box myself in and say I'm never going to charge for it, because, hey, that could be a pretty good side business. But, there's no plans for that. I wouldn't count on it happening. I'm just giving myself a bit of an out in case it does happen. So yeah, point is, want to keep it free, so I can't put it in the Forex for Noobs forum. And also I want to keep it separate. The other reason it can't go in the Forex for Noobs forum. Right now, it's just a complete side project. We'll figure it out as we go along. But it's pretty exciting because, cryptos have been making pretty nice returns, and it'll be nice to talk about them. But I also don't want to kind of like take away from Forex, because the thing with cryptos is like, yeah, you can make 100% in a few days on a crypto, and then when you look at Forex, you're like, well, I made 5% this month in Forex. I made 100% on buying a single crypto. So why should I trade Forex? But then you have to put it into perspective, right? You're not putting like your entire Forex capital into a single crypto and doubling it in a few days, because that would be absurd, because that crypto could like tank and then you've lost 50% of your entire capital. So you're putting like a small portion of you think of each crypto you're buying as a trade. If you think about it that way, then it's you're not going to get as carried away with what looks like crazy gains in cryptos. But anyway, blah blah blah. I don't want to get back into this, guys. I just wanted to add this to the end to say that we're going to keep it separate. So it doesn't look like there's any questions. I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys very much for attending. I'll see you guys for Tuesday's analysis. But of course, if you're a member, I'll see you on the forum or in my chat beforehand. So thank you guys very much, and see you later.